Welcome back to Wondour. My name is James Hsu. I am the CEO and executive producer for VRLU. VRLU, for those of us that haven't downloaded our amazing virtual reality app, is a 360 virtual reality personal development application and entertainment app that is simply amazing.
It is really awesome.
If I could say that.
Yes.
And I did. Today I have the esteemed pleasure to have one of my very good friends of over 10 years, and also my partner in crime, Miss Emily Chandler, the CEO of Spectrum Product Solutions.
What's up?
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So we have an interesting question that came up.
Yes.
That needs to be answered right now.
Let's do it.
Okay, we just had our amazing Wondour workshop. That was phenomenal.
Yeah,
you did
awesome.
amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
If you haven't seen Emily's segment of her full speech, it is actually available on this YouTube channel now. So click on it and check it out. However, with that being said, one of the questions that arise and came out of that is because the Wondour workshop, there were segments to it. There's the virtual reality.
Yes.
Which is digital, right? There's Metaverse, which is in the digital world. And then here you are with products. And someone actually asked me, and I make a joke out of it a lot, but I'm actually not joking about it. It's like, the one thing you can always count on is products.
Products.
We always need something to sell. Doesn't matter what company it is.
Well, can you wash your hair in the Metaverse? Can you take vitamins in the Metaverse? How are we taking care of our health and wellness in the Metaverse? I mean, in some ways we are, I guess, but physically, we're still here. We're still gonna need to buy shampoo, face cream, take supplements, and do all those kinds of things.
So our question today, Emily, is, will products be needed anymore in the Metaverse?
Not in the Metaverse, but we're gonna need them right here. We're gonna need to have consumables to use up every month, and we're gonna keep going back to buying that face cream or protein powder or pre-workout. We're gonna need those things.
There's been staffing issues, right? And it's crazy because a lot of people, they'll look back on Ready Player One. The world is ending, apocalyptic, and everyone's gonna be at home. And just that's all they're gonna be doing. And because of that, people don't want to work anymore. And then at the current stage of where we're filming this video, people really are having a hard time hiring people. I was seeing on different articles, again, I don't know how accurate this is, but it was things like in New York, if you work at McDonald's, they were literally paying $20, $25 per hour just to work at McDonald's. Just to get
people to come to work,
because they have to pay that just to even get people to come.
Yes.
And then I was seeing another fast food restaurant, their marketing was, if you work for a month, we guarantee you'll get an iPhone 13.
Wow.
Like they'll give you an
Where's that at?
they'll give you an iPhone 13. I know, I have a 12. You work there for a month, and after the month, you stay there for 30 days,
1 month?
you will get your iPhone 13.
Just I wonder if that strategy is working, because 1 month is not a long time.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah, 1 month is not a long time just to do something just for an iPhone.
For sure.
You know, it's like, you know, because that's like depending on how many minutes.
But it is true. I've seen a bunch of articles as well saying how businesses are really having trouble finding people to work. So for a service-based business, from my experience, I was having the same struggles. I would hire soccer coaches and staff to come into the sports facility, and it was so difficult to find people that would return your phone call, that even showed up for the interview. I can't tell you how many no-call, no-shows I had for interviews. And then if you happen to get a good candidate, getting them to show up for work is a whole other thing. So knowing that service-based businesses are facing these challenges, my product development mind is like, hey guys, if you have a product that you can sell, you can still make money and drive revenue for your business without having to have these staffing issues.
Some of the largest companies, if you just look at their revenue, their revenue is still climbing. They're breaking records on how much revenue is being spent. And the reason I mention that is because, one, the customers are still there. Staffing may be an issue, but there's still people walking through the business, and it's crazy because every time you see a business that doesn't have their own product, that they, because you can have third-party products, but you already know you're not going to make the money out of it. You're going to get maybe a few dollars for every unit you sell. But when it's your own product made by Spectrum, you know you're going to get the most chunk out of that.
Right.
And when there's lack of staff, you can at least make it up with products.
With having a product line. Yeah, going back to, we're always going to need those consumables. The bar studio that we work out at, they have a little boutique where they sell yoga pants and different products, but there's a middleman there. They're just a retailer. So they're only making a portion of that profit by selling their own product line the business owner is making all that profit margin, as opposed to being the middleman and being the retailer. So there's a lot of opportunity to sell consumables, especially if you have an existing client base and existing customers to market to.
Something that is going to be so unique and interesting to see as over the next decade is, so when people are in the metaverse, you can literally be someone in Shanghai, China, never have the intention, or even if you had the intention, but will never make it to Las Vegas. They can walk into the bar studio that we work out at, Bar 3.
Yes.
They can work out and do a virtual in Metaverse Bar 3 lesson coached by Emily Chandler. Let's just say as an example.
Okay.
And they can fall in love with the branding. And then you talked about this in a previous video, people follow brands.
Right.
Right? So now you have customers that want the supplement.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
They want the vitamins.
Yes.
And the companies that have the foresight to build out these product lines, to build, ship to Shanghai and things like that.
Sure.
These are the companies that are going to literally walk away with all the money.
Yes, absolutely.
You have literally B with a billion in India. B with a billion in China.
Yes.
You have 375 or 400 million people here in America. You have 9 billion people.
It's amazing.
Where the reality is, the only people that can go to bar really right now are, yes, there are online classes, but really you get the main of it if you just come here. With the whole world of where the world has changed with Metaverse, to me, this is where your business, specifically product development, really comes in.
Yes.
Because businesses are going to have to pivot, which we talked about in a previous video.
Yes.
And so businesses that do not want products, or it may not be that they don't want products, it's just that they just never want to put the time, energy, and money into it.
Certainly.
They're going to notice that all the other competitors that do products all of a sudden are going to be able to make more revenue because they're going to be able to get outside customers that have never walked into to their actual business and make revenue.
It's so fantastic. It's so exciting to think about it in that way.
There will be businesses that come about that actually don't have an actual storefront. It was just all digital.
For sure.
They built their Metaverse store. People from all over the world can walk into that store.
Yes.
And they'll be shipping products. People will fall in love with the brand because of these NFTs and all these other things that they do. And
you're buying into the lifestyle or the brand or the marketing messaging, and then you can buy the product from there.
In another video with Taylor, we were talking about Nike, just because I'm a big Nike stan, just love Nike. But the reality is Nike, with them doing Nike World and Nike Town in the Metaverse, their intention is to still sell clothes.
Sure.
That's all they want to do is sell more shoes, more underwear, more jeans, more jackets, more tops. And these brands, these brands that have these products, they're just going to be pushing it even more and more and more.
Right, have that presence in the Metaverse, and then but you also need that consumable.
Yeah,
really
and that's why they need to contact you.
Yeah,
it's insane. So interesting talk. I know a lot of people, Emily, they were honestly afraid that, oh my gosh, if everything switches to the Metaverse, I'm SOL.
Sure.
My business is done, when it's literally the exact opposite.
Yes, there's a lot of opportunity in still selling consumables and having people buy your products. It's just kind of shifted the delivery method.
Yes, at the end of the day though, still get to your house.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen our previous video, Emily, actually you broke down from literally ABC to XYZ of the entire format of what it's like to expect working with you, timetables, all that stuff in our previous video. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to check that out because Emily really breaks down the fundamentals, the basic building blocks, the basic rudiments on exactly where your journey begins with Spectrum.
Yes, the creative process. And one thing I didn't talk about in that video is it's so much fun. For me, I love getting a sample and then seeing how things develop from the idea you started with to the finished product. It's so exciting.
How do you tell me about the experience of client experience when they're so excited sitting with you and they're telling you all their ideas? I'm sure you can like see it in their eyes.
Yes, it's fantastic. It joys my heart so much to see people be excited and believe in something. It's the coolest thing ever.
And then what is their reaction when you get them their first ever, it was all up in here, and then you actually get them something in their hand?
It's so rewarding. It's so fantastic. Right? It's just amazing. It's really cool to see people light up, to see a dream realized. It sounds corny, but it's true.
No, I can only imagine seeing that. So cool. I remember the first time seeing the video that we produced, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, same thing.
We made that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Really, really cool.
So I can only imagine seeing all these people that have all these amazing ideas, and they come to you, and then it's literally something that doesn't exist, and it's just something of the figment of their imagination, and then literally within anywhere between 3 to 6 months, all of a sudden it's in their hand.
Yes.
They turn around, there's pallets of it,
yes.
and they're so excited to let the world know, I made this,
yes.
my heart is in this, my energy is in this, and I'm ready to rock and roll with this.
Truly so rewarding. It's the coolest thing ever.
That's why it's good that way you do. I love it. All right, Emily, how do people get hold of you?
Best way to find me is online, spectrumproductsolutions.com, or on Instagram, Facebook. And please reach out to me. I love talking to new people, hearing about their businesses and their dreams, and how I can help.
Make sure you reach out to Emily. That way you can at least, because I know a lot of us that are watching this video right now, especially if you're watching this and you stumbled onto this video, you have ideas. There are things you want to do.
Yes.
And a lot of times, at least in my personal opinion, we don't have the guts to do it.
Certainly.
You know, the outreach. So I want to encourage you, reach out to Emily.
Yeah, ask me anything.
You know,
AMA.
Yeah, yes, literally, reach out to her and really get the juices flowing, because I'm telling you that, you know, if you somehow saw this video, then, you know, you have it in you already.
I agree.
You know, and you're wondering, because you don't just stumble on this type of video.
And the best way to start is just starting. Just start to do the thing, even if it is just asking a question.
So don't forget, if you have any questions directly for Emily or myself, you can always reach out to our community line. Our number is 702-602-8802. And then you just text any question you want, and then we'll get that once you get registered. And then we'll answer that either in a future video, or she'll answer you directly, however means you got a hold of us. Again, 702-602-8802. And don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe and do all the YouTube algorithm things that they like, so our video can reach more of the masses, and we can just give you these free videos and more of this education on product development, and really where your idea is right now in your head, and how literally within the next 3 to 6 months to a year from today, your business and your entire life can be completely 180 based on just something that you thought was a good idea.
LFG.
I love it. And until our next episode, we'll see everybody soon.